Hi everyone and welcome to the Daily O. Tonight, Bedlam soccer is on the horizon and OSU football prepares for a clash with Texas Tech. All that and more coming up on the Daily O. Hi everyone, welcome to the Daily O. I'm Aaron Gonders. Cowgirls soccer is turning their attention to Norman this week as they prepare to take on the Oklahoma Sooners. The Cowgirls are coming into this one following a tie against Texas Tech last weekend. Defense leads the way for the Cowgirls as they have allowed less than a goal per game this season. Coming into this one, the Cowgirls are one of three teams tied for first in the Big 12 with a 2-0-1 record. The Sooners sit behind them at fourth in the conference with a 2-1 record. Difference there is that Cowgirls have a tie, Sooners have a loss. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. in Norman on Thursday night. And with their conference home opener in their sights, OSU football is looking to build off their huge win against the Baylor Bears last weekend. This week, target is the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Our own Peyton Schmidt went to media availability yesterday to find out how the team is feeling going into this weekend.
I guess that was really my man, was the running back, was the lead blocker. So right when I seen the tackle pull, it was kind of like, we've seen that play a couple times in practice. So, I was blessed to be in a position to make that play. Watching it over again, it was kind of crazy how it all worked out. Xavier blew up a guy. Sammy's pushing the line back. So, it's not only me that that's involved in that play. But, we're just worried about the next game. It's really anybody's conference at this time. Everyone have good days, bad days. So we're just focused on the next game and kind of just getting better as a whole. They pass a lot, so we're gonna try to get at the quarterback and hopefully the ball's gonna come out quick. But from other teams, they're usually like 60-40 run. These guys are 80, 90 pass. So.
Just a lot more comfortable on the field. So I would say that time off the field, you want to support him. The more you're someone off the field, the more you want to support him on the field. So if he throws a ball, I know he's dependent on me to catch the ball, and just like vice versa. If he throws it, if he gives me a ball, I expect him to put it in the right place and stuff like that. So it was, I saw him look over at me for a second. I was like, it might go to me. So I just ran the best route I could and went up for it.
It's really important, because we're out here every day. Nobody really knows what we do outside of football, so stuff like that. I think it's really important, just to always check in on each other, stuff like that, and just see how everything's going. You don't know what people are going through. So I'm pretty sure that's what they have here for us. I think it's pretty important.
Whether it was the good thing or bad thing, he's going to lay his body out on the line, and I've always respected him for the highest level for that. Really pivotal point in the game. Young guy in there at running back who's going to be a hell of a star here. Just wait, but he understood that. That could be the game right there. The way momentum shifts in college football in that game, in that point in time. So, but I wouldn't expect anything else because I'd do it the same for him. This is probably the most polished and best Spencer Sanders I've seen in 5 years. And it's really starting.
Thanks, Peyton. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Aaron Judge hit 62. High school athletes can do NIL, and we'll let you know all about the Stillwater Pioneers Athletics coming up this weekend. We'll be right back.
I'm Kristen Hawkins. I went to Oklahoma State University here in Stillwater in 99 to 2004. I've always felt like Stillwater needed more family-friendly things to do, and we have opened up AR Workshop. We do everything from knitting blankets that can be done in a 3-hour class, and we create doormats and porch signs, the Christmas wreaths with our yarn that we use for the blankets. We also do, we just started a new project for gnomes, and we've done pumpkins during the fall. But our big thing that we do here are interior signs. Our designs are extremely unique to our workshop. Customers come in, everything is here for them to do. They create everything. They can be as hands-on as they want. They came in here to relax and have fun, and that they are proud of their project that they've made.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
We use the very best of the best ingredients. Demerara sugar is the best there is. Very high quality fruits, berries. The milk we use is the best milk there is. That's what makes our product stand by itself. I like to make yogurt because I like to eat yogurt. We've been doing this for ourselves for many years because it's a tradition in our family. And we want to have a product which would be very similar to French yogurt, but with our touch of uniqueness, linking our name, our product, with the reputation of the Made in Oklahoma Coalition was probably the best thing we have done as far as promoting our product.
Welcome back to the Daily O, everybody. Let's get into your national headlines. College football fans everywhere rejoice because Aaron Judge won't be in any live cut-ins during ESPN college football coverage. Judge finally passed Roger Maris and now holds the sole lead for season home runs in the American League. Judge broke the record during the Yankees' last road trip to the Texas Rangers with a single shot in the first inning yesterday. Roger Maris held the record for 61 years with 61 home runs. Staying on the Aaron Judge train, there is a fan who caught Judge's home run ball. The Rangers fan by the name of Corey Humans caught the ball and has no idea what to do with it. Humans doesn't know whether he wants to keep the ball, sell it, or give it to Judge. Some baseball experts say that the ball could be worth millions, so Humans, the ball's in your court. In some interesting international news, Ukraine is now a part of Spain and Portugal's joint bid to host the FIFA World Cup in 2030. The move was announced in Nyon, Switzerland, at the UEFA World Headquarters. It goes up against other joint bids like a South American bid featuring Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina, and Chile, as well as a Middle Eastern bid featuring Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Greece. I personally don't think there's a bid that makes a whole lot of sense because Ukraine is roughly 2,300 miles away from Spain, making this joint bid a little odd in my eyes. Coming back to the local sports scene, the OSSAA is now allowing NIL deals for high school athletes. As of today, the Authority on Oklahoma High School Sports has passed guidelines allowing high school athletes to profit off their name, image, and likeness. Athletes will not be compensated based on their performance. NIL can't be used to recruit other players. Athletes can't use school equipment, logos, or copyrighted acronyms in any fashion. With NIL already changing the college sports landscape, only time will tell what it will do to high school sports in the state. And speaking of high school sports, Stillwater High School has a full slate of games coming up this weekend. Softball is currently in regional play against the Union Redhawks. Tomorrow, Pioneer Volleyball will be at Mustang. Cross country will be at Oklahoma Baptist University for a meet. And on Friday, Pioneer Football will be on the road for a game in Sand Springs against the 3-2 Charles Page Sandites. We're going to take another break, but don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we'll tell you the Impact Player of the Week from the Baylor game, an unsung hero, and basketball season is on its way. The Daily O will be back after these messages.
Geographies, the historic Route 66, unforgettable restaurants, and some of the greatest people on the planet. With so much to see and so much to do, living in Oklahoma means one of the best vacation spots is right in our own backyard. Doesn't this story need to be told? As filmmakers and photographers based right here in Oklahoma, we thought so. And hey, who doesn't like a good road trip? So, we packed up our cameras, teamed up with Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell and the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department, and that's how this series was born. We want to show you why traveling within the great state of Oklahoma is a great idea. So come join us for thousands of miles over the next year, from Broken Bow to Black Mesa. This is the Oklahoma Road Trip.
My name is James Ramidi. Fired Up Stilly is the name of the business, and I'm one of the owners. We all three met, the three owners, working as employees at a similar place like this. What I hope for is for everybody to feel welcome, like family. Not only do I want students to feel welcome to come here and study and use our free Wi-Fi, but also I want adults and families to be able to come in. We've built a connection with a lot of people, and Stillwater's a big community, so we just want to invite everybody to be able to eventually make their way through our doors. Well, definitely the teas, I would say. Most people fall in love with them. They just got a great amount of energy, gets you going through your day, and it just kickstarts you to get everything you need to done. For myself, it would just have to be, being the owner, owning something that, is able to impact other people's lives, and, the way we can affect our community is something that I really have always wanted to do. We love our clients and our customers that come through every day, and we enjoy getting to know them.
Welcome back to the Daily O, everybody. I'm Aaron Gonders. The trip to Waco for the football team was important for several reasons. One player left an impact large enough for some recognition from our own Devin Bloomer.
I'm Devin Bloomer, and I'm back again to bring you this week's impact player of the game. OSU had his big rematch against Baylor after losing to them last year in the Big 12 championship game to a heartbreaking goal line stop. OSU would win this game 36-25.
This was a huge game, not only for Oklahoma State, who were looking to get the revenge for last year's Big 12 championship game, but also for Baylor, who was looking to keep their playoffs hopes alive after already having one loss to BYU this year, and they're looking to win this budding rivalry game. OSU and Baylor could be the next big rivals in this Big 12 conference that is much needed after OU and Texas will leave for the SEC. The Cowboys have advantage in all-time record against Baylor, making the record between the schools now 23-19 OSU. The Cowboys controlled the game for basically the entire game. Baylor's field goal that they got on their first drive were their only points of the first half, as the entire second half OSU was just trying to hold on to their lead. And a player that helped with that is Jason Taylor, who is this week's impact player of the game. Jason Taylor led the team in solo tackles and was second in total tackles. Taylor also got the game-sealing interception to eliminate any chance of a comeback out of Baylor. Taylor was a big help for this defense, with him flying around the field making tackles and making that big play to seal the game. He also got recognized as the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. Here's what our Impact Player of the Week, Jason Taylor, had to say about the game.
It feels good. Really, this is our first taste of Big 12 play, so that was kind of going through our minds as well. But we got a lot of mistakes, but we're going to fix them. We're going to clean them up, and we just found a way to stick to it and stay together and come out with the win. This game, we win this game, it's going to give our team the right feel, and get some of the young guys to believe, some guys who haven't been there before and need kind of something to show them, and this was that game. I think we'll go wherever we take ourselves. We have a lot of discipline, a lot of toughness, and we'll just go wherever we want to go.
This is Devin Bloomer for Ocali TV, live from Boone Pickens Stadium.
Thanks, Devin. There's another player for the Cowboys who has been an unsung hero on special teams this season. Punter Tom Hutton has been quietly having a fantastic season for the Cowboys, and last week against Baylor, he played a critical role in a Cowboys safety.
That wasn't how I drew it up at all. It bounced a little bit too short, and I thought the ball was actually going to bounce backwards and be a terrible punt. So I was still shaking my head about that, and then we got a safety, so I didn't even see it, to be honest.
Do you count that in the ledger, though? Do you say that's 2 points?
Yeah, I'll claim it. Yeah. It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. So
Hutton hopes to continue his hot punting when the Cowboys take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders on Saturday at 2:30 in Boone Pickens Stadium. And it's already October, which means it's basketball season right around the corner. Kylie Austin has a quick preview of the upcoming season.
On Monday, OSU men's basketball began team practices for the start of the 2023 season. This year, Cowboy fans have a lot to look forward to, not only in the returning faces on the team, but the newcomers as well. On Tuesday, seniors Caleb Boone, Chris Harris Jr., and Avery Anderson talked about how they put in the work this offseason to be great in season.
We just come in with the mindset, get better and be great. do some spectacular things this year.
After last year's postseason ban, the Cowboys are eligible to compete in this year's March Madness tournament and chase the national championship. Head coach Mike Boynton says that the possibility to play in the postseason without a doubt adds to the team's motivation and commitment.
This season, the veterans of the team are going to be huge contributors, but there are also several new faces that you should have on your radar.
Starting with Keon Williams, the true freshman from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Williams was with the team throughout the summer during team boot camp and is said to be one of the most dedicated new players, showing high enthusiasm and talent.
Keon may be, maybe a guy who figures out a way to get on the court early. Even though he's the only freshman we have, he's got a super high competitive motor. He can play multiple positions and guard multiple guys.
He's a gritty player. Like he's a real hard-nosed kid. Like he can get after it regardless of who you are, how tall you are. He just loves the game of basketball.
Mousse Cisse is yet another player to watch. The junior forward stands at 7'1" and is a force to be reckoned with. After transferring to Oklahoma State from Memphis in 2021, Cisse started 26 of Oklahoma State's 30 games and won Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year last season. Coach Boynton talks about how he expects Cisse to find his role this season.
So I think that's a very positive thing, that he's comfortable, he likes where he is, he feels like he's getting better, and I don't think he's focused on what's next anymore. I think he's really settled on trying to be the best he can today.
Fans' first opportunity to see the Cowboys in action is going to be November 3rd at an exhibition game right here in Gallagher-Iba Arena. The first home game will be the following week, November 7th. That's the rundown on what you need to know about your OSU men's basketball team. For Ocali TV, I'm Kylie Austin.
That'll do it for our third block, and thanks, Kylie, for that one. We'll have more after this break. Coming up next, we'll tell you what happened on this day in sports history. Some athletes got a little older today, and our weird sport truly is death-defying. Don't go anywhere.
And people was either, if enough of them said, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Hi everybody, my name is Emily Shooping. I'm your marketing coordinator for the Made in Oklahoma Coalition. I'm coming to you with an amazing opportunity. We are teaming up with the Ocali Media Group at Oklahoma State University. We want to tell your story on the following platforms: streaming, newspaper, and digital. This opportunity will not only allow your story to be told locally, but nationally as well. I am so excited for each of you to join in on this tremendous opportunity. This will not only be good for your business, but it will be good for our great state of Oklahoma. You can be expecting an email from me soon with more details about this opportunity. Local has a name, local has a face, local has a flavor. The Made in Oklahoma Coalition.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, the things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Welcome back to the Daily O, everyone. I'm Aaron Gonders. Let's get right into our final block of the show. On this day in sports history, we'll take you back first to 1983. Hockey legend Wayne Gretzky started his 51-game goal streak, a record that still stands to this day, and you also miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Next, we'll take you to 1994. On this date, the NBA moved the three-point line in to 22 feet in order to encourage more scoring. As a result, Michael Jordan doubled his previous career bests in three-point attempts and made three-point shots. So I guess that worked out for him. Now, time to celebrate some birthdays. Another hockey legend, like Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux turns 57 today. Lemieux is a two-time Stanley Cup winner and a three-time MVP. He's also the current owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Next birthday is Grant Hill. Hill played for the Detroit Pistons and was the 1995 Rookie of the Year. Hill was also a 7-time All-Star. Now, it's time for our weird sport of the week. This week we have a truly strange-looking sport, death diving. Death diving is a sport that originated in Norway, where divers jump from varying heights and attempt to land in a cannonball or shrimp position at the last second. Here's some examples.
Come on. Oh, 1.5 gainer with. Oh, the trip! We have.
Oh, beautiful.
Regjerende verdensmester og mannen som har en vanvittig.
Det er mange i den yngre garde.
Men vi får se da, for det er fortsatt to mann som.
Before we wrap up the show, here's a recap of your national headlines. Aaron Judge finally made history by passing Roger Maris for the lead in home runs for a season with 62 of them. Judge hit the mark yesterday in one of the last games in the regular season against the Rangers in Arlington. Sticking with Judge's home run, a fan caught the ball and now has no idea what to do with it. Corey Humans, the fan in question, doesn't know if he wants to sell the ball, keep the ball, or give it to Judge. Experts say the ball could be worth millions, so the ball is in Humans' court. Lastly, Ukraine has joined in Spain and Portugal's joint World Cup host bid in 2030. This is a little strange, though, as Ukraine is over 2,000 miles away from Spain. The move is to show solidarity for Ukraine amid its war with Russia. And that's going to do it for today's show. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, as Emma Lightfoot will have all of your local and national sports headlines. For the Daily O, I'm Aaron Gonders. Thanks for watching.
You may have been to casinos at some point in your life, but do you really know the truth behind the game you're playing?
And the casinos were very polemic or very controversial when they came out. But the truth was, that's all the federal government gave us.
Casino is owned by the Chickasaw Nation and has roughly 600,000 square feet of dedicated gambling space, making it the world's largest casino. It contributed massively to the Chickasaw Nation, posting a net revenue of $1.4 billion for the fiscal year of 2017.
A Golf Digest 5-star course, best new public course when it opened in 1994,
and a top 100 public golf course in America since 2003. This course, just 5 miles outside of Stillwater, Oklahoma on Highway 51, is named after one of the influential golf pioneers this game has known.
Karsten Creek.
Karsten Creek.
Karsten Creek.
Karsten Creek. Karsten Creek's a modern golf course.
The beauty of the course is in large part to the elements of the grounds. The Georgia fairway is transformed from its original forested landscape. Georgia was used to combat the tough winters so golfers could play year-round. The greens are large and sloping bent grass hills. The low-cut bent grass can be similar to glass during peak championship conditions. The bunkers surrounding most holes remind golfers of a white beach rather than a deep hazard. Lake Louise, surrounded by the second 9, completes the perfect finishing hole. The long par 72 course perfectly combines nature with the difficulty of a championship course. Karsten's added challenge is the Oklahoma wind.
So there aren't any other schools in the country that have that same commitment to college golf as we do here at Oklahoma State.
But if you're going to play at the highest level, you've got to be able to focus on where you want to go. And Karsten Creek does a good job of training you to do that, because if you don't, you're going to have a long day. And that's a great legacy that Coach Holder left, because that's the way he coached.
Are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.